Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. You know that weird, kind of frustrating paradox where you are earning more money than ever before, but somehow you still feel like you're falling behind? It's a super common phenomenon these days. I mean, you work incredibly hard, you hit your goals, your bank balance goes up, and yet there's this lingering feeling that you're just treading water. Well, today we're going to unpack the psychology behind that. We'll explore how long-term compounding actually works and look at the hidden traps that literally stop us from seeing our own success. So I want you to take a second and just think back. Seriously, ask yourself, 5, maybe 10 years ago, what was your absolute dream scenario? I am willing to bet that the salary you're making right now, the phone in your hand, the lifestyle you're living, that was probably your ultimate pie-in-the-sky goal just a few years back. It felt like this distant, almost impossible milestone, right? So why does reaching it suddenly feel so ordinary? Why doesn't it actually feel like we crossed the finish line? It's a crazy quirk of human nature. On one hand, you have the past dream, literally everything you worked so hard to get. But on the other hand, you have the present normal, which is that sudden feeling of being unfulfilled and immediately scanning the horizon for the next mountain to climb. The truth is, wealth and personal growth happen so quietly. They are so gradual that most of us completely miss our own progress. We adapt to our new reality so fast that our own success basically becomes invisible to us. And that brings us to a very specific psychological trap. It's called lifestyle inflation. Basically, it's what happens when our expectations and our lifestyle costs rise almost exactly as fast as our income. Let's just be real here. Money absolutely solves a lot of problems. But because human expectations scale right alongside our paychecks, the finish line of success is constantly moving away from us. You get a 10% raise, and subconsciously, you just decide you need a lifestyle that costs 10% more. And this shows just how incredibly fast a massive achievement turns into our boring, everyday baseline. The new salary? Normal. The new car? Just a car. The new house? Well, that's just the place you sleep now. The dopamine hit you get from a new purchase or a promotion fades so unbelievably fast, and it leaves us constantly chasing the next big thing, confusing a temporary thrill with actual long-term value. We basically get trapped on a treadmill, running faster and faster just to feel like we're staying in the exact same spot financially. Section 1. The mechanics of quiet progress. Let's forget about the myth of overnight success for a minute, because real, lasting wealth is actually built completely in the background. When you track the math of a monthly systematic investment plan, or SIP, the exponential compounding is wild. In the first few years, the growth is, frankly, pretty unexciting. You might check your portfolio after 3 years and think, is this even doing anything? But jump to years 10 or 15, and that curve just shoots straight up. It proves that wealth isn't dramatic. It grows invisibly through those monthly investments, tiny annual raises, and slowly chipping away at debt. Eventually, your returns start generating their own returns, and man, that is exactly where the magic happens. 10 years. That's usually the magic number. It generally takes about a decade for seemingly tiny, insignificant daily habits to completely flip your life upside down. The most powerful growth, financially and personally, is almost totally invisible while it's actively happening. Putting a few bucks into an investment account today looks like nothing. Reading 10 pages of a book feels like nothing. But when you compound those invisible actions over a decade, you are literally building the architecture of a completely different, highly secure life. And this ties perfectly into our psychology. There is a massive clash between instant excitement and boring progress. The things that actually matter long-term, saving, investing, studying, building new skills, they honestly feel kind of boring in the moment. Our brains are hardwired to want instant gratification. We want the quick dopamine hit of an impulse buy or the endless scroll of social media. We instinctively chase what feels good right now, even if it's going to hurt us a decade down the line. But think about what those boring habits actually represent. Consistency, discipline, patience, personal growth. Look, absolutely nobody is proud of spending thousands of hours scrolling on their phone. No one looks back at a decade of impulsive Amazon purchases and feels a deep sense of accomplishment, right? But years later, it's those boring habits, the discipline to invest when you really didn't want to, the patience to let compounding do its thing, that's what we become incredibly proud of. Growth rarely feels exciting in the moment. It feels meaningful when you look back. Section 2. The balancing act. Don't forget to live. Now, here's the pivot. While building for the future is crucial, an absolute obsession with your net worth can totally blind you to the present.
We are always doing this juggling act, weighing building the future against enjoying the present. It is so easy to fall into the trap of only caring about spreadsheets and retirement goals and investment returns. But hey, life is happening right now. The goal of money isn't just to create a hyper-secure future where you sit around staring at a massive bank balance. The goal of money is also to help you live a better, balanced life today. Taking trips with friends, making memories, helping out your family without feeling stressed. That matters too.
Section 3. The real meaning of getting richer. So if it's not just about a higher number in a bank account, what is wealth actually about? Well, true wealth really looks like this: having less stress, building better habits, gaining more knowledge, nurturing stronger relationships, and having greater freedom and confidence. True wealth is definitely not about looking rich or buying status symbols just to impress strangers on the internet. It's about reducing anxiety. Real financial peace is that profound, quiet knowing that one bad month or one unexpected emergency isn't going to completely destroy your life. And honestly, that peace of mind is infinitely more valuable than any luxury item out there.
I absolutely love this quote. Sometimes the biggest sign of success is realizing that you are already much further ahead than you think. Think about it. All those tiny, boring sacrifices you've been making, the money you didn't blow on impulse buys, the late nights you spent learning a new skill instead of watching TV, the automated investments you set up and then totally forgot about, they have been quietly compounding. They have already changed your life from what it was 5 years ago, even if you haven't stopped to give yourself credit for it yet.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to really chew on. Are you noticing your own quiet progress? I challenge you to stop underestimating the slow, steady growth you are experiencing right now. Stop comparing your behind-the-scenes reality to someone else's perfectly curated highlight reel. Take a moment today to actually appreciate the invisible wealth, the peace of mind, and the stability you've already built. Because the future version of you is being created right now, not by one lucky break, but by the quiet, boring choices you repeat every single day. Keep building, but please, don't forget to appreciate how far you've already come.